Boker Tov, everybody. It's Thursday, May 21st. Rabbi Eric Solomon. Rainy day here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Dealing with the aftermath of a tropical storm that's just come our way. We've had a lot of wet weather here. It's good to see you again. We're making our way to the holiday of Shavuot, receiving the Torah. And the Parsha is Bamidbar. So it's in the desert, in the wilderness. We're preparing to receive the Torah, which was given to us in the wilderness. And I want to take another angle on the question. So why was the Torah given to us in the desert, Bamidbar Sinai, and not given to us in the Promised Land? The question may seem simple, we were freed from Egypt, after a long trial. We go to the desert. When we're leaving Egypt, God, through Moses, would tell Pharaoh, let my people go, is said, so that they may serve me. That's the idea. We should go into the desert to serve God. That's clear. But requisite to have the Torah given in the desert? Couldn't we just wandered, learn the lessons of wandering, and then enter the land of Israel, and then there you might make sense to receive the Torah on a mountain in Israel, maybe even a mountain like Jerusalem, right? And there build the covenant and understand the way we're to be. Plus that, new generation, new start. If you think in terms of America, the Constitution and the Articles of Confederation, they kind of start once you're already in your new land area, whatever. Why would you do it on the way, in the middle of the desert, when we haven't even really chance to fulfill all of the practices, because a lot of them are going to be based on being in the land. So it seems like possibly you could argue that Mount Sinai is out of order. Of course, unless there's some deeper teaching there. And what I think is so profound is that the Torah was not given in a specific, like it's given in Mount Sinai, but it's given in the desert, in an open space, in a wilderness seeking space, in a place where where it's more nomadic and free and less rigid in terms of, national boundaries or even community boundaries. In a sense to say, and I'm not the first one to say this, our tradition has many midrashim that say it too, that the Torah was given, yes, to Moses, but it was really given to all. It's to all those who are seeking, all those who are wandering, whether you're in the Promised Land or not. The Torah is there for all. Now, that doesn't mean that the Jewish people does not have a special relationship with the Torah. Of course we do. And this is discussion of chosenness, and are we chosen, and what does it mean to be chosen, is a long, long thing. I'm not going to spare the discussion here. But I believe that yes, we were chosen, in a sense, to be given the gift of the Torah, to be its steward, to be its main interpreter, to have the responsibility, and sometimes the challenge and burden, of carrying the Torah through the generations, to be at our core. But the Torah isn't only for the Jewish people. The Torah is for the world. A Torah is something that God gave to the world. And therefore, when we see the Torah by not being given a specific land, our land, so to speak, but being given in the desert where it's open, when we used the word hefker a couple days ago, really, since owned by no one, it means it's given to all. One of my great interpretations I love of this is Reb Zalman Schachter Shlomi, the Alav Shalom, great rabbi who founded the Jewish Renewal Movement, who described what's the role of the different religious communities across the world. Is it possible to be chosen? Many other communities think they're chosen by God to do their role. He said it's like the human body. The human body cannot function without multiple organs. You need brains, you need eyes, body parts, you need liver, foot, you need blood. If you say, what's more important, the left arm or the liver, or the heart or the lungs? That's the question, or he would say a pre-modern question. Each one wants to say that their part of the body is more important. But when you have a holistic, or he would say organismistic, full view of the whole thing, you realize no body can exist without heart and lungs, healthy, and brain. So that all of these body parts have a role. All of them need to thrive. And if one is not thriving, then the others are malaffected. So when you look at that in terms of religion, you can say that each religious community has its gift, its responsibility, its contribution, its responsibility to be vibrant, not only for itself, but for the world body spiritual politic. Ours is the Torah, but it wasn't given to us in the land of Israel to teach, because we're just part of a body, and there are others can benefit from it as well. And that not only means that we in the Jewish community have a responsibility of sharing the Torah with people who are not Jewish, but that we should also welcome interpretations, commentaries, exploration of the Torah from those who are not Jewish, and also be tested about what we believe in light of the nations of the world. One of the Midrashim says that God shopped the Torah to all the nations of the world. And for various reasons, different nations did not accept it, right? But just because other nations don't accept the Torah as their focal point, doesn't mean they have something not to offer or to suggest or something we need to understand. In fact, how our religion gets better is when I present our religious ideas in light of other communities, and we see what can we borrow, what can we learn, what can we add, not because I'm wholesale wanting to toss Judaism aside, God forbid, but because I want, like anything I care about, I want it to grow. I want it to evolve. I want to see what it can learn from other traditions. One idea is Jewish meditation, which had roots in Judaism, but has expanded beautifully within the Buddhist tradition, and that's been integrated into Judaism, something me, Rabbi Jenny practice, etc. So bottom line, why is the Torah given in the desert? We shouldn't be afraid of that. We should be proud of that. The Torah has messages for the world. We should feel free to offer those messages to the world, not to proselytize, not to tell someone they're wrong, but because we want a vibrant Judaism that is touched by, increased, analyzed, even improved by its interaction with the world. And through that, we will become the best heart and lungs and liver that we can be to the body politic of God's people, and just so to other religions as well. We're all part of these seekers on a journey in the desert where we got the Torah. Because although we have a special connection to it, it's not just for us, it's bigger than us. Shalom, a sweet, healthy day. Boker tov.